No, okay. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Roger Hayer,
Rosie
Brittany
here.
Daly.
The sandwich.
It's like I have to say it in order, in order the way I see it.
By
So
the way,
that's what
guys,
it is.
y'all want to hear something really weird?
What?
Did y'all know? And I knew this a long time, but I never thought about it. It just clicked in my head. My dad's mom's maiden name,
Here?
Hader,
Wait.
but Hayder.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
hater.
We
I
might
was
be
like, hater
related.
would be bad.
Yeah.
Hayd as in daily er.
Hey, listen, one more thing. Chris's birthday is November 9th.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law's birthday is November 9th.
Get
What?
out.
See? All intertwined, baby.
Well, intertwined, baby. All right, so Roger, let's kick it off. Who is this show for?
So first of all, thank you so much, everybody, for joining. We're really happy to be here. We really value being in here because we get to learn from one another. But this show is for everyone and anyone looking to invest in real estate, buy real estate, maybe their personal residence, or they're looking for a investment property. Either way, we feel like every real estate purchase is an investment, and this show is for buyers, sellers, investors, property inspectors. If you're in real estate, let's be here and let's have this conversation, because at the end of the day, we co-create this experience together. So
And Roger got bit by a hornet today.
funniest experience.
Funniest.
Funniest experience. So it was weird in the moment. So I pull up to P. Terry's, if y'all know, that's a burger spot here in Austin. And I pull up at the drive-through and I'm about to order. And then all of a sudden I feel a sting in my stomach. And I knew it was an insect because I could feel something flying around in there. And so I didn't know what it was. And I was just worried that was something poisonous, like highly poisonous, like maybe a scorpion or something. And so this woman's like, "Hey, can I please have your order?" And I jump out of the car and I see that it's a hornet. I was like, "I just bit by a hornet," and I'm continuing on with my order because in my mind, hey Brune, and in my mind, I have this image of like those audits they do on the receptionists for the
Oh,
drive-throughs. They're like, "Hey, you got to cut down on your time,"
you're
So
thinking of them.
I was like, yeah, I was like, they're gonna be called out for their inefficiency. And so while I'm out there dancing outside my car, I'm like, hamburger, make that a meal. Like,
You know, when he told me what I was thinking, I was like, man, if you dinged my car by opening the door into the odor machine part of that thing, I said something else is going to get dinged. And that won't be my car again.
The funniest part is I think Roger had called Ro and me and Ro were on a Zoom and she said, hold on. She picks up the phone and she mutes it. She has something. She gets something. Roger got bit by a hornet. I don't know why he's calling me.
Well, that's what I said. I didn't realize it. I was like, it has to be life in my business time. Like, it better be important, you know? Hornet,
yeah,
you can
I think
handle
we
it.
were both getting a bite to eat the hornet in myself. Hey, Bruin, good to see you.
Hi, Varun.
Hi, Varun. All right, guys. So, what's in today? Like, we have had so much action this 1 week. I'm excited to hear, Roger, what you got. And do
Yeah.
you want to talk
So
about those curves that you showed?
what's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, we were gonna go there, right? So let's take a look at some of the data. I'm sure you guys will enjoy this chart. And you can kind of read it in so many different ways. So this is from the Texas A&M Real Estate Research Center. So there's a couple of places that we go to for our news. First, it is obviously the A&M University Texas Real Estate Center. They spend millions of dollars each year keeping track of the real estate economy, right? Second, we have always looked at the Federal Reserve and their reports and what they think about the economy. Next, what we look at Austin and Houston, Dallas business journals, because they show us where the development's happening, what is coming to the area. And I think that's extremely important when we look at the economy. We need to know where the infrastructure is being built. These things aren't going to be reported on CNBC or Fox News, right? Like, or CNN. These are more local happenings, and so they're not going to make the national news. You're not going to sit in front of the TV for hours and then mention Buda getting um, a Tesla distributor down there. That's not going to happen, right? So we need to tap into more local outlets for that type of news, and then we also look at surveys that are done by Deloitte and different companies. And what they do is they reach out to CEOs, or they might reach out to decision makers, get a feel for what people are experiencing overall. What are the sentiments on the market? And so again, our news comes from very like an assortment of outlets, and we hope that we want to always tap into high quality outlets and not something that is clickbait or confusing the overall message. And so the numbers are the numbers. Texas domestic migration. So this is migration within the state and migration outside of the state. And so they have several years that they've been tracking the data for Harris, Dallas, and Bexar, Travis County. So Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, and Austin, basically. I would love to see the migration between Travis County and Williamson County. That would be really, really nice to see. But overall, Austin, if you look at this year in 2022, we have 50-50. So 50% of our population coming from within the state and 50% coming from outside of the state. And I mean, in years previous too, it's been pretty similar. So except for some blips on the map. So 2020, you can see Travis was still at 52%. Even though we saw a lot of cars from out of state. I remember every time I'd see a car, I'd mention it to Rosie and Deep and say, look, there's an out of state car. We're getting an influx of people into the state right now. And even at that time, it wasn't that dramatically high. 52% is
there's something to be
margin
very
of error,
interesting.
probably.
Yeah, there's something very interesting about this. So we have to remember one thing, right? For all the people who are watching this video right now, this is specific to the county. Harris County, Dallas County, Bexar County, and Travis County. So when we talk about Austin, we are not Travis County alone. We are Williamson, Hayes County, and Bell County area, which is the Temple area, and we're very much intertwined with it. So I would say Travis County has a 50% in-state or out-of-state inflow to the county. But we have to also remember a lot of people that are moving out of Travis County are not necessarily probably leaving the state.
Mhm.
They could be just moving into Williamson County. We
Right.
talked
That's what I
about
said. I'd love to see those numbers between Travis and Williamson County.
yes.
And I think David Porter mentioned for the first time, more people are commuting from Williamson County to Williamson County for their employment rather than going into Travis County or Travis County. More people coming from Travis County, I believe, also to work in Williamson County. So that's really cool. But Rosie, look, what do you guys think about this number in Dallas? 59% of the residents are coming from out of state. Or sorry, this is in-state, 59%?
No, yeah, in-state, yeah.
In-state and 41% out of state. That's
So what do I think about it? I think it's basically people like Dallas.
No, you know what I think it is?
Employment.
Yeah, that's right. No, I think what's happening is the more, I guess the rural areas are being pushed into the city,
Mhm.
and so that's why I have a feeling that that's where those numbers are coming from.
In-state is also, if you think about it, this is within Texas migration, right? And this is one of the primary reasons why we don't sell in one city alone. I think we are one of the
In-state
very
migration, that's a good point.
in-state migration, right? So I tell people all the time, people working in Houston are living in Austin, and they're working in Austin, living in Houston, right?
Mhm.
And 290 is such a straight cut to Austin, Houston as well. And 35 after the construction is complete, it's an effortless drive. We make day trips to Houston and Dallas all the time. Like San Antonio, we call it our extended neighborhood. We don't even think San Antonio is out of city kind of trip for us. So why I think this is important is for us to also look at that people are living. If can you scroll up a little bit?
Yeah.
I forget the color codes.
Yeah.
In
Right.
state, right? If we just look at the in state, right? Consistently, Dallas has a lot of in state migration. Like
Mhm.
every high peak that we are looking at is Dallas. San Antonio has the least, right? So it's Dallas, Harris, and Bexar County. Sorry, Travis County, then Bexar County. So I would say it's employment, big metros, big employment, um, and people are moving into big cities for jobs. So I would say it's a very good reflection of how Texas is a strong economy to keep people within the state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I'm gonna jump into the news here in a bit, but I also wanted to share one more thing on this chart, which is if we scroll down here, you can see that Austin has a higher Austin residents enjoy a higher salary than the other metros, and so we're
No,
attracting
it's
a
out of state in income minus in state average income. So it's like a differential they're showing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if you'll read the report, it'll say that in Travis County, we
Yeah.
have a higher concentration of high-paying industries like
Yeah.
technology, and
Yeah.
so that's where the disparity is right there. So I think
More money,
more money.
Austin.
Yeah, more money. So these people can easily afford the rents here and you get a qualified renter into your property if you're looking to invest.
That's why people are still owning properties with negative cash flow. They got money.
Yeah, and they're going to become
I can
buyers,
afford
right?
$200 negative cash flow.
Yeah. And so this going on to this next piece of news, Austin Bergstrom logs its busiest day ever. And I
Monday?
think it was, yeah, for the F1 race in the Georgia football game, the University of Texas. And so like this weekend was really busy. We were in downtown and Austin city limits and all these things were happening. And well, actually that wasn't really Austin city limits, but F1 and the football game. And so we had 44,000 passengers come in through the airport.
Wow.
And I think our second busiest was like 40,000 people.
You know
Yeah.
what's crazy? I had a friend whose husband travels for work. He was actually at the airport on Monday.
Mhm.
He travels quite frequently. He said it was crazier than he's ever seen it. He said, but he was still able to get like through TSA relatively quickly. He said everything was handled very well, and he flies all the time. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Rosie has something to share about that. Like Rosie, you always beating the drum about it, about
That's
How efficient Austin Bergstrom Airport is.
I love it. You go in and out and you're done. And honestly, quite frankly, I have flown Southwest and I'm kind of loving it.
I
Like,
love Southwest.
yeah, you always have a seat and they have the best prices. They have the best packages. Like, I go in there, the moment I get into a Southwest line, I felt like, oh, I'm taken care of. Like, they take your baggage, they give you 2 free baggages, right, Brie?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, that's dang, girl.
Yeah. So, hey, you're going to start to see the landscape change quite a bit. This North Austin Real Estate Center, the Arboretum Crossing, I just feel like they could do so much more with it because it's right in the middle of everything. It's so close to the domain. I really feel like that real estate's underutilized and it's so big.
Yeah, and it's not like a world market kind of. World market is like home goods kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
It's not a real estate to buy world market stuff. It is a
Yeah.
prime real estate,
These
like
are
next to
20
the
acres.
businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prime real estate. And so this is what they're looking to build in place of that.
Oh wow.
What?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to make the
Oh,
picture bigger.
cool. What are they
Oh,
gonna
that corner is going to look so highlighted.
Yeah. It's going to be, hotel, obviously hotel,
Wow.
retail, living, kind of all of it mixed together, mixed use development.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because a lot of their offices or like the stores are closed now, right?
Yeah. They're not really performing that well. So I always thought,
Yeah,
like, why?
that store's never worked. Like I always saw like empty parking lot there.
Mhm,
Especially over the last 5 years. I think prior to that it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
mhm.
But the last 5 years for sure.
You know
Yeah.
where I see World Market busy all the time though?
Cedar Park.
Like World Market Michael's off of New Hope Drive, where the Whole Foods is, right? Yeah,
More
because
suburban,
yeah,
right?
more
More
suburban.
suburban.
It has to be more suburban location and close to the other retailers where people just go for day in, day out work purchases, not day in, day out work purchases, but day in, day out errands that they run, you know?
Yeah. And so we are also seeing a new hotel being constructed on 5th and Trinity, 258 rooms, 6,000 square feet of space. And this article was interesting, and I wanted to share it because um, uh, it's estimated to cost $30 million. But what I really thought was interesting was this is basically an attempt to counter the convention center being closed off for the next 5 years. And I know we've shared that news for several times this week, or in the last several weeks.
You know, there's I want to draw a correlation real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt,
Yeah,
but
sure.
whenever I see hospitality, I was like, you know what? We're giving people our hospitality news, but we're not really probably able to make it obvious for the consumer to understand why that news is important. So I'm
Mm.
going to take a moment back and kind of help people understand what's going on here. Austin Convention Center in Austin is closing down for 4 to 5 years to renovate, and it's over $1.6 billion renovation, right?
Yeah.
That means we foresee in the foreseeable future, we are looking at more and more events happening in Austin that will attract people from outside in. Now, most big hedge fund companies or private equity companies who are coming together, building businesses, buying businesses, and syndicates who are coming in and building all these hotels, they are not building for today. Their average plan is 4 to 5 years out. So if they're building now, by this time projects are opened, convention center is open, who is going to benefit from these people visiting Austin? The new
Mm.
hotels. So if convention center is anticipating higher occupancy, higher volume, where are those people supposed to stay? Because right now, when South by Southwest happens, up to Waco, we get booked up,
Yeah.
right? So this is an influx. Now, what people are like, okay, well, how does it translate to real estate? From the beginning of the time, once people come visit here, they love it here and they want to live here. So more outsiders coming and visiting means more chances for people. We have so many of our own friends who have mentioned that they actually came here to visit and they loved it. And they were like, if I got married, I'm going to move to Austin to live.
Yeah.
You know, actually at Ella's gymnastics, one of the parents, they're from Chicago. They said we were here for 18 hours and we loved it so much that we bought a house and we didn't even come back to see the house. We just did it all virtually.
Interesting. Wow.
18 hours they were here and they moved their whole family.
We're
after.
definitely going to hear more stories like that, especially with more people visiting the city. So that's very
Yeah, so
encouraging.
real estate is great. So
But you know, above that, Rosie, you know what I think is really going to drive all of this is the Texas employment numbers.
mhm,
So we're expected to grow that by 2.5% in the following year.
yeah,
As whereas the national average, the forecast for the employment forecast or how many jobs we're going to add nationally is 0.5%.
yeah,
So in Texas, we're going to add 2.5%. Nationally, we're going to add 0.5%. So I think the Texas economy
yeah,
outperforms the nations, and it has for a very long time.
yeah,
And so I think that's what
mm,
really excites me
yeah,
overall, and that's why these employers will keep coming here because we're definitely a hot spot.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, once again, real estate is not for people who are playing a greedy game. It's people who are playing a patient game, right?
Mhm.
So look at these people investing millions of dollars in building hospitality. They're not looking for a return. Do you think they're going to get that $6 billion right away back? No.
It's more of that, you know, it's more of that real estate that we always look at. We're like, man, they should be doing something better with this right here. And so we're starting to see those really big numbers pour in. Rosie, we lived in Dallas for some time. You remember right around the DFW airport, there's
Yeah,
this underutilized real estate right around in Irving, you know?
yeah,
And
yeah,
so they're spending $2 billion to create it like a destination, if you will, of
hmm,
sorts. And I love this picture. I'm going to share it with you. Look at what they're creating here. I mean, I got to zoom in. They're creating
Wow.
all of this entertainment destination type, uh, you know, and
River Central?
this isn't the only news that you're going to see come out of Dallas. I think Dallas is really making a push because we've known Dallas to be like a concrete jungle for a very long time. I like Dallas, but I just feel like they could have a whole lot more going for them as big as the city is.
I
And
want you
so
to know Varun is on the call and he's from Dallas, so you might want to say good things
no,
unless
no,
he's
I'm saying
flirt with
right
you.
now, I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying that this is much needed because the population has grown so much, the subdivisions have grown so much, the urban sprawl has increased so much. Now, where are the amenities for all these people pouring into the city? And so there's going to be a concert venue hall here. Like, just look at the proximity from DF. This is DFW Airport, and the $2 billion that they're spending on the concert venues and all that stuff is right here. And if we pull out a little bit, here's Irving, right? So
You
this
know,
is
Listen, no,
exciting.
we are not seeing it, whatever you're seeing.
Oh,
So yeah,
oh, so sorry. Okay, are you seeing it now?
yeah.
yes.
Okay, cool. So this is the DFW airport,
Mhm.
right? And this is the project just south of the airport, right? And so
Oh.
here's Irving. Oh, look, someone's calling me.
So when people are looking for investments in Euless, Texas, right, or Bedford, in these areas, these are good areas to invest in.
I would,
Irving, right
I would
there.
definitely say so. These are
Yeah.
these are
So,
they're creating like a
so
destination out of it.
Voltaire, I want to bring something up today.
Mhm.
So Voltaire, Voltaire, he was a French writer and a public activist, and he wrote something so powerful. He said, "History never repeats itself, but a man always does."
Mhm.
So oftentimes people are looking for the same kind of disruption that has happened 10 years ago. And they're saying, oh, you know what? History is going to repeat itself. We're going to have bank failures, which they happen, but they're never rescued. And the downfall is never the same it was last time. But you know what is same? Human behavior. People always respond to scarcity. They always respond to fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So, right now, the only inaction right now in the market we have is the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that's caused by the media. But if somebody just look at it and compares it to how people behaved once these areas had these developments physically exist, they flock to these areas.
Mhm.
So if you have invested in Austin, Dallas, and Houston ahead of the curve and you're not seeing all those gains yet, sit in tight. Real estate is a patient game, not a greedy game. You're going to be rewarded.
Yeah. And
You know,
guys, this is a
I'm seeing
project.
more Dubai style stuff here. Isn't
This
it looking
is
like
a
Dubai style?
Yeah, this is a project in Dallas. It's going to be between $2.5 to $4 billion project
Wow.
near the Dallas North Tollway. So this is more of that Frisco area where
Mhm.
we're already seeing billions of dollars. Like, I mean, tens of billions of dollars being poured into.
Well, for one of our buyers who are buying in Dallas area, Bree, you just have some information for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have, the Universal Kids Resort, and we have other theme parks and all sorts of venues there that are being created. And so Frisco is spending a lot of money, guys. If you own property there, this is going to be a lot of fun. Like, just look at this
They're
image. It just
increasing the
looks
lifestyle.
like,
They're improving the lifestyle there. They're making it more worth it to live in an area.
you know what I really like what these commercial people are doing is creating these kind of shaded areas because
Hold on. I want to say something.
what do you think
You
about
know
that?
what we need more of?
Hmm.
We need more of social event open spaces where people can just have coffee and get together.
Yeah.
Put that out in the universe, Rosie.
I just say it out there. Every multi dimensional development that's going to happen from here on is going to have bunch of places where you can just get together in groups of 15 to 20 people and have a coffee and a little bakery and enjoy yourself. And you can actually book some open rooms to have a conversation and a presentation about some kind. And you will know why in a few years why I said that.
No, definitely. And Rosie, I really like those shaded structures because, you know, a lot of the residents or people, when we hear about it, we're hearing about people struggling with the Texas heat. And I think this is a really a great
Yeah,
effort
they
in
just
allowing people.
wanna walk in a shade. That's it. So they can Well, you know what? Trees would have been nice too.
Yeah. Trees take time to mature.
I know, but they were all
Mhm.
healthier for the planet.
Oh, I think let's plant as many trees as we can, definitely.
Yeah, yeah,
So, Rosie, I had a friend yesterday who was suggesting a multifamily opportunity near the Texas Medical Center, which
yeah.
employs over 100,000 people. They have another. You're always hearing more and more employment coming into that area. We have family that owns real estate there too, so this is exciting for them. And so we're constantly hearing news about hundreds of millions of dollars that come being poured into that area there. And so Texas Medical Center, if you're seeing opportunities to buy or you're thinking about Houston, this is a great place to look. I think you could still pick up a condo for somewhere around 400K. And now it is more dense living there. So, but you have access to parks and trails and that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, we're gonna start seeing more and more multifamily pop in.
Yeah.
And on that note, guys, today before our call, I want to present one of our listings that we're bringing on the market today. That is like one heck of a lifestyle, investment, or a homestead if you're a starter home buyer. Either way, I want to make sure I talk about it today before we leave.
Yeah. So the Texas Medical Center, $200 million. But this is not going to, this is news that we're going to continue seeing being poured in because
Yeah, we
I
need
think
more
there's
medical.
another project with 50,000 employees coming into the area. These are all high paying employees and with great jobs and moving in from all over the nation. Rosie, why I'm excited about this is because we haven't had this sort of attention from medical research. It's always gone to West and East Coast, Ivy League universities and that sort of thing. And so seeing Texas as becoming a hub for incubators and for healthcare professionals is really exciting because they're high paid professionals. And so, and I always thought 400,000 for entry level or for a condo for 2, 3 bedroom condo is very attractive when you start to think about
Very,
what's happening
very attractive.
in that
Very.
economy.
And
Yeah.
there's also a lot of multifamily that I'm running into in Houston that's brand new. They are smaller lots and they
Mhm.
go up, but they're really nice properties that are yielding good rent. And
Ah,
they're near that. So take a look at the sheets that I've been sending because there are some good opportunities.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So I know, Rosie, you've done quite a bit of research. Are you sharing the listing now or
If you are ready, I can
yeah,
share it.
let's share it, please. Let us see what you got.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna ask my teammate to send me the link to the property as well, so we can show more pictures. Bree, maybe you can ask Kay real quick for the photo pictures, because I'm gonna.
Over,
I have
overall, Rosie, I want to ask you while you guys are pulling that up, I really love to know from the viewers too. What do you feel about the news when you hear about jobs, a healthy job market in the Texas economy, right? So those are some of the things we want to look at. We have a healthy job market, and we have so many projects. Like I didn't cover some of them. In Dallas, there's a company that makes rechargers, like your phone rechargers. They've sold billions of rechargers. They're coming into the Arlington area, adding 600 jobs. They have a commitment to add 1,000 jobs by 2030. So we have commitments from companies. We have infrastructure coming in. We're always covering industrial facilities being built in the area. Houston's getting condo. The Regis Marriott's coming to Houston. These are really big deals, right? Like I really love hearing about this. And Houston just became the leader in construction. Like
Mhm.
when you hear about all of these things happening and on a national level, like you'll hear whatever you do, right? Like
Yeah.
somebody would send me a text, tell me what's happening in the national economy. How do you take this good news and how do you counter it with maybe the not so good news that's happening on a national level? Like, how do you make sense of everything?
You asking me or the?
Yeah, I'm asking both of you. Yeah.
Okay, Bree, do you want to go
what was
first?
the question? I'm sorry.
So we're hearing, how do you balance the really good news that we have happening in our region,
Hmm.
like as far as from an investor perspective, how do you um, what's the word I'm looking for? How do you make sense of what's happening when you look at the national economy versus the local economy? Like all the things I just mentioned off, right? Like
Yeah.
so many projects coming in, a healthy jobs market. Like, how are you making sense of everything?
I think well, number one, I want to look at the source, right? Where are the source of the national news coming from, right?
That's a good point.
Versus like the sources that we're giving, we know that they're vetted and we know that it's not just a headline. Like we see some stuff that's on like the new local news here that we don't obviously present because it's not the truth, right? Or it's like clickbait.
Spinning, yes.
Right. And then I just look at like what are the numbers tell us, because the numbers don't lie.
I think you hit on a really good point there, because I was recently at a friend's house and I saw in the background he had CNBC on, and it was just playing, and these streamers and tickers and stuff going on, and I was like, "Why are you watching this?" In my head, I didn't say it to him, but I was like, "This is pointless. They're gonna tell you whatever is good for their views."
I think
And
also if you look at what are the big people doing, we just talked about this. I don't remember if it was last week or the week before, but a big company, a builder, is building homes to rent. They're not going to sell them, they're going to rent them out. If a big builder is choosing not to sell these properties and going to be renting them, why wouldn't I want to go buy investment properties and do the same thing? What are they foreseeing with all of the research and data that they've been doing over however many years that I might not be seeing as an investor?
yeah,
I would say something to that.
Huh.
Okay, so when I'm looking at all this news, right away, I'm thinking, okay, it's almost like we have this spinning wheel with different buyers and investors all the time, including all of us, right? We are the consumers of the market. I'm thinking, okay, if the wheel is not spinning, it is either fear, uncertainty, or doubt. And that's the only reason a wheel is not spinning in a decision making process, which means in a decision to sell, buy, or invest in real estate, right? So when I look at this information, I look at this piece of information and I put it in front of that wheel that is not spinning. And I'm asking myself, does it add momentum and remove fear, remove uncertainty, and move doubt from my Google Voice is talking? So remove fear, uncertainty, and doubt from the decision-making process, right? Like right now, we have clients in Dallas who are looking around and they're kind of flexible in their location. Rather than buying it anywhere, if they can buy where the developments are coming, that can be the best decision to invest together. So if we are working with investors and we're looking at them, I was like, okay, this deal popped up, right? The biggest ambiguity in the market that I don't think anybody talks about, and I don't think there's a single YouTube video that addresses this. How do I know this is a good deal to buy?
Yeah.
Well, you buy, number one, based on the current market conditions, which is a straight data from our market research, our Texas A&M search, our Fed Reserve search that we bring to the table. And then on top of it, what are the new developments? So we are not skating to where the puck is headed. Right? So number one, market nature, number two, and number three, of course, the financing and the condition of the property. So I am obsessed with this information. I think because you're my husband, I kind of take you for granted. And I was like, oh, I can always push button and get all the information out of him. But man, what you bring to the table is incredible, right?
Man, I was just looking at something here right now, and I think that you guys would be excited. I would love to see what happens to the areas around the rail. I really have a projection in my mind that these areas are going to do really well, especially with all the amenities that could come in and make the city more well connected. So for us, when we travel down Bell Boulevard, we've all seen the area of the North Line project in Leander. And so this is supposed to develop out to $1 billion worth of, see, here's Bell Boulevard and this area here in North Line, Leander North Line is going to be connected by the rail, but they're going to spend $1 billion into this, developing this area.
Wow.
And One of the renderings I saw was really exciting. This is
Yeah.
really exciting to me.
Matter of fact, I do have now on this excitement, I have an exciting project of not project, an investment opportunity or a buying opportunity that I want to share. So, can I present my screen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, present, share screen, share screen,
Share screen.
share screen. Ta-da! Okay, do y'all see this?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have a condo for sale. And when people say condo, oh my God, what is the condo fee? It's very little, okay, for all the things you're going to get into the property purchase. This condo is for sale in Austin, Texas, freshly painted, fully remodeled. I mean, like everything on this project is ready turnkey. You don't have to lift a finger. It's ready to go for you, immaculately cleaned and remodeled. And it's in Eastern Park community of Austin, Texas. And Park is not a community, it's a lifestyle. You know, this community was built keeping in mind the millennial crowd that likes to have a open workspace area, like to have a clubhouse, a pool, for a dog park run area, and trails to walk around and have more active lifestyle and still enjoy the local attractions of our Austin area and the culture we carry. And this area, I would like for y'all to kind of eyeball this yourself online. But around the area, look at all the trails that are less than 2 to 3 mile radius of the property. Like McKinney Falls Park is right there. Circuit of Americas, where we just had F1 racing, is within less than 5 miles away, right? So if you're running a short-term rental or even a rental, you can easily rent this property out for all the volume of hospitality that our city received for Circuit of America's F1 racing. Look at all the festivals that we have in the area, the museums around here, and Merrymore Park. These are the highlights of Austin lifestyle. Like people drive 20, 30 minutes to enjoy the nature in these areas. Now, the major news in Austin, of course, we know the Austin Convention Center. So this location is very close to downtown. Our convention center is going through 1.6 billion investment. Tesla Gigafactory, right? They are doing a $10 billion investment, employing over 5,000 people and 500,000 vehicles that would be produced annually, right? And we have a velocity master plan district. And this is exactly, Roger, what you were talking about,
Mhm.
right? The new communities and the new multi-family lifestyles that
Rosie,
are.
that's a 314-acre project. I mean,
Yeah, this is a 314-acre project. It's going to have millions of square feet of office, retail, and green space. So this is the kind of stuff you were showing us where we are about to receive a lifestyle for people to live. So they don't have to get everything out of a house, right? And look at the amenities, guys. Pickleball court, food park. Like Austin is known for the food trucks. It's at walkable distance from this property. Everything is in walkable distance. And look at this amenity area. Like you have a full workout area there. This is the pool, and enjoy and have a cup of coffee and work away. And this is what I'm talking about. You can actually get together here and have a coffee, and nobody's going to interrupt your day. And the rent in this area is 2,200, and no carpet to maintain. It's all wood vinyl everywhere, less than 19 days on the market. A beautiful, easy maintainable um, floor plan and a herb garden. I would say where you guys are, make this property yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be one of a kind listing in the area, and very, very well priced. I mean, this area, I remember, Bree, when you and I were looking at back in 2022, like 387, 370, 390 was
Yeah.
easy. Like, so you guys are getting a steal. For if you don't want to lift a finger and you want to park your money here, live there, rent it later, buy something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Roger, you're on mute. We
No.
can't hear you.
I love when it messes up for him.
No, you're on mute.
okay, you can hear me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I love that area, guys. I just absolutely love that area. And I was thinking like a part of me was like, man, I should buy that because the rents are really good. The property value is great. Like this is a property. And the thing about it is if I bought, there's no way I can buy every single property that comes across our desk. But this is one property that I know I'm going to look back at and wish I would have made a way to get it because the amenities. Okay, this is what I love about the area. I love the food park nearby. It's there's a food park and there's always people sitting gathered and having conversations. So although it's not in downtown, like Rosie said, you're getting a lot of those vibes, like those Austin vibes in that
Oh,
area.
this is the lifestyle of Austin, to have a dog run, a hike bike trail, a pool area, open work area, people working from home.
And then I see a lot of people
open work areas. There's one work area where it's like the conference tables, and then the other one that's more like couches and TV and like I think it's foosball or something over there with a little coffee bar. And they do. Oh, by the way, they do events. They have over 150 or 160 events that they do every year with the community.
Yes, like if you go to Eastern Park Community, there's an event section on how many events they do.
Okay.
I think that's going to be the new lifestyle of living.
You can tell how much excitement we have around this. The other day I went into the amenity center and I was greeted by the person there, and it was like I'd step into another portal or something. These people had so much hospitality.
Yeah.
They said, well, what do you need? What are you here for? How can we help you? Have a seat. I said, I just need to get out of the sun because I don't want to sit in my car. I had to wait for something to get done there at the property, and I just said,
Every time I was at the property, making sure everything was getting done. He was at the food truck park. I was like, what are you doing?
No, and then you get to see
area for marketing.
You get to see a lot of people actually own their own little golf carts there.
Yeah.
And so they would drive in the area with their golf carts.
Yes, yeah. It's a very active lifestyle. I think
yeah, John, no hornets. Definitely no hornets there.
No hornets there. But you know what? I think hornets will find him there too. Just don't call me in the middle of my call day that I got bit by a hornet.
Oh, that's so funny.
Everybody needs to get bit by a hornet at least once.
Oh God. No, thank you.
Great experience.
You've never been bit by a hornet, Bree?
I've been by like a bee, yeah.
Okay.
So guys, it's a lot of exciting stuff happening. We have coffee social tomorrow.
New location.
New location. And I think you all are going to receive a text messages from us today.
We officially were asked to remove ourselves from the previous location.
Yeah, guys, you guys don't know about it. They were like, man,
too much fun, and we just can't handle it. We can't hang with you. So they asked us to find you. They were very nice about it. And so there's new location, and we are closer to setting our property tour dates.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to announce the date today, or do we want to wait?
What is that?
We can wait.
We can wait? Okay.
Oh, yeah, wait. Okay, awesome. Well, guys, today we delivered, well, keep going.
She wants to do it when it's just the right time.
Do you think today's calls were great? Like, do you think this property was great? Does it support the information you're receiving? It does, right?
Thumbs up for me.
And thumbs up for me.
You're good now, Rosie.
Yeah, I'm ready. So guys, today we delivered 43 minutes and 43 seconds of high value information coming straight from the local resources. And we want to change the way real estate is sold. We don't want to sell fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You deserve to know what you deserve to know. And you deserve to own what's yours. So have fun. Can't wait to see you next week. Enjoy yourself. Good day.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Good
Bye.
to see you.